He's done it all just for laughs. HBO, the debaters on CBC. Please help me welcome to the stage, Mr. Derek Seguin.
And don't ever put a peanut in their bag of food either. Holy shit! Apparently, their friend explode if they see a peanut. I don't know when this happened. When did peanuts start murdering the children? We didn't have that when I was young, right? When I was a kid, if you forget your lunch at home and you get to school, and after the bitchy lunch lady asks you like, "Oh, Derek, daddy drinking again?" Then she give you the school-provided free lunch. It was a peanut butter sandwich. Now that lunch lady go to jail for attempted murder. Crazy. The peanut rule, it's the biggest rule in the school. See, it's capote bien red. Like, it's crazy. Like, what's your name, sir? Buzz? Yes. Is that really? Buzz? Like Buzz Lightyear? Bus like a school bus? Get the fuck out of here. This question I'm gonna ask you is about a bus. I should really work at a carnival guessing people's weight or something. This is amazing. But how old are you, Bus? 50, all right, I'm 44, so we're in the same generation. Let's tell some of these younger people here though, Bus. How many kids in your elementary school were allergic to peanut? Fucking none, exactly! He's so polite though, oh, none that I'm aware of. They're probably dead, actually. Exactly, didn't happen when we were kid, right? But when we were kid, there was rules in the school, right, Bus? It was like, don't throw rocks, don't push your buddy in front of the bus. The big yellow one, not just this fucking guy. Bus safety in the 70s was very fucking crazy. Maybe you started it all. Bus just giving fucking gonorrhea to everybody. Bus safety, it's bus safety. Now they don't even talk about the rocks or the bus. Bus. It's all peanut all the time. That's the only rule you ever hear about in school anymore. They panic, la panique totale, as see if a O. Henry Bar rapper blow through the schoolyard. And now they've trained all the lunch lady to be like these peanut-sniffing truffle pigs. Can't even sneak one by. It's crazy. And every year I'm like so frustrated with it. You know what makes me so frustrated is that at our school, we only have one kid allergic to peanuts. One kid allergic to peanut. That's right, Tyler, fucking douchebag. One kid allergic to peanut, all 600 kids not allowed to enjoy a tasty peanut. I'm like, qui cet enfant-là, see? When did we start letting cousins get married to have these defective kids? No, but I'm lucky. This is my job. I get to come here. I get it off my chest with like 500 people, right? I'm just like, I'm pretty sure none of you know Tyler from Brassard, right? I get to complain about it. That way, when I go back to home, I can be sympathetic to the poor kid and his family, right? Like, I see Tyler's mom at school. I'm like, oh, hey, Tyler's mom, how's our little guy doing? He didn't die this weekend. Fucking good job. Way to go. And then she asked me what I'm doing. I'm like, oh, me? I'm going on the field trip today with the kid. I don't have a job, so I get lonely, so I'm going to go with the field trip. What the fuck? Let's go. Don't worry, though. Tyler's in good hand with me. I've got my EpiPen ready. I'll keep a close eye on him. EpiPen in hand. Don't worry. And here, I'm gonna do a little public service announcement too, because sometimes people see this part of the show and they're like, you insensitive prick. My son had the peanut allergy. It's not easy, okay? It's very dangerous. He could die. And I'm like, all right, so I'll just make this an awareness campaign. So this is the trick, everybody. It is, it's a serious allergy, the peanut allergy, and the EpiPen can save them. And this is the thing. For every minute that's go by without them getting the EpiPen, their chance of survival decreased by like 70%. So as soon as you see somebody having the reaction, you fucking stab them quick. With an EpiPen, don't just fucking stab him. Fuck you, Tyler. So that's it. You have to get the EpiPen into them as quick as possible. So now that we've done this little public service and raising awareness, let's get back to making fun of these little freaks. So you have to be careful. So I do. I go on the field trip and I'm always like watching him. I'm watching him. And I think secretly I fantasize that somebody's gonna slip him a peanut. So I could save him though, not so he would die, like, so I could save him. And there's two reasons I'd like that to happen. Just secretly, maybe like as a little sort of hypothetical fantasy. For two reasons. First of all, fucking when he starts to froth at the mouth, I save him, right? I give him the EpiPen. And then all the single moms back at school will want to suck the dick of the hero. Right? Okay, not just the single moms, the married moms too. So like, why are you leaving this fucking, why are you leaving the married ones out? And the second reason is just because that would mean I would get to reenact my favorite scene from Pulp Fiction. It's just choking on the ground and be like, stand back, everybody! Get down! Yeah, I fucking saved you, Tyler. And then they wake up, he'd be like, oh my God, thanks God, thank you, Mr. Seguin. But just for future reference, I'm pretty sure the EpiPen don't go on my forehead.
Shut up, I saved you. So stupid. So I follow the rule. I follow the rule like a garçon, like a good boy, right? That we're supposed to do. But every morning, I gotta say, every morning when it's lunch making time, that's 7 a.m. at my house. Listen, as an alcoholic comedian, 7 a.m. is not my favorite hour of the day. Right? So when I wake up, I see just looking at those 6 naked pieces of bread on the counter. I'm like, ça serait facile, just schlock. Peanut butter for everybody. But no, because of Tyler, I've had to go buy lunch meat and shit. Right? But I have fussy kid. My 3 kids, they all like peanut butter. But when it comes to every other sandwich material, c'est son fucking pain in the ass. Right? Like I have one kid that don't like ham, and then another kid that don't like turkey slice, and one kid that don't like mayonnaise. And the little one says she's allergic to mustard, but I think she's fucking lying. So no, I do. I follow the rule. I always follow the peanut rule because it's a dangerous allergy, right? But last year, like I've been getting this peanut letter every year for the last, 10 years. Last year, though, the school decided to throw us a curveball. Because we get the letter, if you have kid, you get the letter 2 times a year, right? Do you have kids, buddy? Yeah, so you know the peanut letter, right? They send it home twice a year. Once in September to tell all the new parent about fucking Tyler. Right? They even have a picture of Tyler on the letter. I see, it's pathetic. So every September, they send home the peanut letter. And then they send it home again in June, right? They send it home again in June, because by June, now even the teacher are sick of the kid. And listen, God bless teacher, right? I have to spend a long weekend with my own 3 children that are my flesh and blood, and I want to chop them in the throat.
Teacher have to spend 9 months with 28 stranger fuckface. So by June, they're like, get me the fuck out of this cinder block box of shitty artwork. Right? The whole year worth of art and craft that they're obliged to display in the classroom. And they're just like, what the fuck? Jacob's a psychopath. It's fucking bonhomme de neige that's red with a fucking rifle. Who is this kid? Who gave a rifle to the snowman? So by June, they just want a change of scene, whatever. They just want to get out of the class. That's why they saved their field trip until June, right? They stockpiled the field trip all year long so that they can go and just get out to the field trip. They don't even care where they go on the field trip. They're like, abandoned warehouse? I'll take it. Yeah, it's fine. It'll be a field trip about tetanus. It's fine. Thank you, madame. I love that tetanus joke too. And it's true though, if a peanut can kill this dickhead, he really should learn the dangers of a rusty nail. Serious. They brought me a backup. I don't think my string reaches. Okay, we're on a timeout. All right, I'm back. You can't complain. You guys get breaks at your jobs longer than that. They got me on a short leash. Did I get any on me? Shit. So every year they do that. They save them till June. But to go on the field trip, they need to do a fundraise, right? And that's why, and here's the thing, SC, Bus, they haven't changed fundraising since we were kid. They're still doing fucking bake sale. Bake sale, tabarnak. It's 2017. Plus, a peanut can kill this fucking kid. Really? You're gonna trust the alcoholic funny guy? To not just be like, fuck it, throw Snickers in there. Let's just take one for the team. That's simplified life around campus here. But it's also 2017. Can we do something cooler for the fundraise for a change? Let's do an Xbox tournament, right? The kid would love that, right? Or better yet, let's do a topless car wash, right, Bus? Yeah, topless car wash. Let's put some of these single moms to good use. Yeah, I don't know why the girls don't like that joke.
But it don't matter. It don't even matter because that's not what we're doing. We're doing the stupid bake sale. Bake sale. So every year, that's why they have to send home the peanut letter again to remind us in our baked good not to use peanut, right? So every year we get the same letter. It's like, chers parents, thank you for your support with the fundraise. As usual, we ask that you please refrain from using any peanut or peanut byproduct in your recipe. And every year I'm like, okay, I get it. I get the peanut part anyway, because of Tyler, right? Do they really need to specify the byproduct? Like, what's the byproduct of peanut that people are baking with? See, the shells? Somebody crushing up the shells and using that as the worst sprinkle ever on a cupcake? It's like, hey, dude, your mom's cupcakes gave me splinters.
Or is it the little brown skin? Is somebody sitting at home peeling that little brown skin off the peanut and saving that as an ingredient? It's like, oh yeah, you gotta try my mom's skin muffins. They're delicious. Get lost, kid. I tried them at the car wash. Fuck off. Apparently I'm allergic to that. But every year we get that letter. Until last year, this is the curveball. Last year, my little one, we call her the hillbilly, right? Because she only have one tooth left in her face, just like. And every morning, you know the big rush to get them to school on time. You're like, okay, let's go, see, grab your lunch. All right, let's go. You ready? Did you brush your tooth? And she's like, I forgot. Just a big brown mess of a tooth. See? I bought her a banjo for Christmas. I'm like, get used to this look, you freak. So the hillbilly come home with her letter last year. And it was slightly different. Like, I recognized the letter because they still have the picture of Tyler on the letter. And then the usual text about the skin and the fucking shells. But underneath that, the teacher write extra info in pen. Like, she had to write 28 times. She have to write this new info in pen. So I'm like, Chris, it must be important. I guess I'll read this one. Because they send home a lot of shit, man. And I don't. Who gives a shit, right? We're having our elections for the governing board this week. Don't give a shit. Seriously, my policy on elementary school is keep the kid alive from 8 until 3. Fucking good job, everybody. If they learn to read, bonus. That's great. Just please don't let them die between 8 and 3 while I'm napping. But this one I read, because she took the time to write 28 times as C in pen. I'm like, all right, I'll read it. And this is what she wrote. She wrote, Chers parents, again, thank you for your support with the fundraise. This year, however, we need to warn you that in our class, we have some very serious and specific allergy. So if you could also avoid the following 3 ingredients, as well as the peanut, we would really appreciate, so that all the little fuckface can participate in the bake sale. I might be paraphrasing the letter, madame. That may not be word for word. But I read that, I'm like, tu niaises, tu tabarnak? What am I, Duncan Hine over here? Already they took away my go-to baked good, right? As a single dad, when my kids say, Daddy, let's bake, I'm like, I have the perfect recipe. I take a bowl of peanut butter, and I mix it with a bowl of sugar and an egg, and then I take a fork, and it become a cookie. I can right? Yeah. When a fork is a quarter of the ingredient, I can handle this recipe. But Tyler already ruined that for everybody. So now I have 3 more things I can't use. I'm like, sacrament, God, yes.
So I start to read the list, and the first thing on the list was gluten. Gluten. The T is silent in English, apparently. Gluten. So I look at that, I'm just like, je sais même pas c'est quoi. I don't even know what's that. Obviously, I don't bake with it. I've never even heard of it. Sound like a chemical. Who would give this to the children? But then my girlfriend explained to me that gluten, it's flour. Flour! How are we still having a bake sale? I'm not an expert, but if I'm baking, the flour at least come out of the fucking pantry or whatever. You just sprinkle flour everywhere just to tell people, hey, God, we're baking. So now I'm like, kissy. So I'm Googling gluten, right? Gluten. Google gluten. You know what else is gluten, buddy? You know? Beer. I'm like, Dylan, just fucking kill yourself. What's the point of even growing up? You can never drink beer. Here, buddy, eat this peanut butter sandwich and drink this Heineken and just jump off that cliff. At least you'll go out doing something awesome. You know what else is beer? No, you know what else is beer? All right. I wish everything was beer. Speaking of beer, is there anybody that still works here? Could I have another beer, please, Robert? Let's see if he's still here somewhere. Oh, there he is. Holy shit, there's a naked chick there, too. Just kidding. Robert's girlfriend's here. She's not naked. She's mostly dressed. No, so you know what I was trying to say. I was trying to say, you know what else is gluten?
Bread. How did he even make it to grade 1? Bread. I see, it's the staple of human life on earth for the last 25,000 years. Sorry, I forgot I was in North Bay. You guys are a little bit more religious. 6,000 years. 6,000, yeah, maximum. I don't want to ruin anybody's weekend here. 6,000 max. Still a long time. But fucking Dylan, Candy, I'm like, no, that's it. That's enough. We have to draw the line. I see the kids are becoming so fucking mumun. Right? Remember when we were a kid, boss? We just go out and play, and I see you at supper time, Chris. Right? Like, how many helmets did you have growing up, boss? None! We didn't have fucking helmets or seat belts. We barely had any love. Now I see the kids are so shelter and protect. Oh my God, don't go out at dark and don't cross the street and don't look in the sky. So fucking spoiled. Just put them in a bubble, Chris. So I'm like, no, that's it. It's too much. I had to draw the line, because this is where I knew they were exaggerate with the shelter and the fucking doglatage of the kid, right? Because the first day of school, I don't know what's the word for doglatage, but you get it. Like fucking coddle, I think is the word. But we don't doglat an egg. I don't know what. I don't know. Anyway. Anyway, like remember when we were kid bus, we get our new school book, whatever. You open the front cover, you write your name, right? The class number, whatever. Now, my kid came home last year with her agenda, her brand new agenda for the school. And you open the first page, it's not name, address. No, it's a letter to the children saying, "Dear children, are your parent or any other grown-up mistreating you? If so, call this 1-800-KIDS hotline." Every year I'm like, what the fuck? They don't need this information. It's bad enough we're not allowed to hit them. They don't fucking need to know that. Jesus.
So I decided, let's help this kid. Right? Let's not just be the fucking doglatage. Okay, well, so no gluten tolerant. No, let's help him. Right? Let's let him, make him strong, instead of a fucking mumun like all the kids are now. So I decided, no, I have to draw the line somewhere. The peanut, I get, see, but no, the gluten, we're gonna fix him. We're gonna help him. We're gonna give him a intensive treatment. Right? So I had a great plan. Because think about this, everybody, right? We live in Canada, right? We live in the greatest country on the planet, right? Yeah. For those of you who didn't clap, you probably should. It's not every day you're gonna hear a Quebecois man say that about Canada. So you should really soak it in. But we do. We live in one of the greatest places on earth, right? And part of what makes us great is that when we hear about, we know how lucky we are, right? To be Canadian, see? It's so lucky. So when we hear about emergency or starvation in our country, on the papier, so we give money, right, to help these other places. We donate money so that Team Canada can go to these places, right? Not the hockey team, asshole. The blue hat guys. The other Team Canada. And we go and we help. But think about how we help as Canada. We help when these people are starving. How do we help? We help by pitching 50-kilogram bag of gluten out the window of a helicopter. And that saved the village for a month. But fucking Dylan get a tummy ache?
I'm like, suck a dick, Dylan. It's a proverbial dick, madame. Relax. It's a proverbial big black cock. So I'm like, no, that's it. I have to draw the line. So I decided to help Dylan. So what I did, I had a great idea. I helped him by buying him a plane ticket to Ethiopia. Right? Now, not only will he learn to eat the gluten, he'll learn to eat it with his finger out of one of those wood bowls we see in the commercials. Right? And my little buddy Mustafa will teach him. My little buddy Mustafa. Mustafa's the kid I bought on the World Vision website. They know, you don't buy them. You don't buy them, you rent them. $39 a month. It's a long-term lease. No, you adopt them. You adopt them. I have two of them now. I have Mustafa and I have this other kid in Sri Lanka called Jumjumi. Yep, that's her name. That's why I don't have a joke about her yet. Her name's fucked up. But Mustafa, I haven't got to know Jumjumi yet, but of the 4 kids I had before Jumjumi, Mustafa, by far my favorite kid. Are you kidding me? $39 a month is a fucking bargain, these kids. $39, I love Mustafa, he's the best. Just show you how cool Mustafa is. He have $39 a month. That's his family budget. See. And last Christmas, he took money out of that strict budget to go buy postage and like arts and crafts supply or whatever. And he made me a beautiful Christmas/thank you card, which with a name like Mustafa, I'm pretty sure he doesn't even celebrate Christmas, but he knows that we do. Right? So nice. And he drew a picture of me in the card. I look like Thor. I have abs, long flowing hair. Chris, I have a gold crown. I have a horse in the background. Mustafa sucks at geography. I think he thinks I live in Montana instead of Montreal. But there's a rainbow over there, I see, and I'm like, what the fuck? That's beautiful, Mustafa. Thank you. My own kid, those three fuckers that live in my house. If they decide to grace me with a drawing of myself, if they draw a picture of me, I'm not fucking Thor. I'm a fat fuck sitting on the sofa with a beer and a smoke in my hand, maybe asleep. And even asleep, you'd think they would be able to give me a word bubble, right? I'd take a bubble out my mouth that says Z's or something like that. No, they don't even give me a word bubble. My own kid draw a fucking bubble out my ass that just say, fart. So I love Mustafa. And there's positive secondary effect of this plan too, right? Because let's be honest, I just got back from Florida, like I said. There are still a lot of racist people living there that wear Crocs and tank tops and carry guns and vote for Donald Trump. And those people probably don't donate as much as they should to the World Vision campaign, right? Because in the commercial, it's always a little black kid in the commercial. Well, now we got Dylan over there. in his little Oshkosh bagosh salopette. Let some flies land on him for a change. He's starring his own commercial. This is why I love you, Moncton. Usually when the flies start landing on the children, people are like, this can't be comedy anymore. But it's true, you give Dylan his own World Vision commercial, donation in Mississippi, fucking through the roof. But it's a joke. Obviously, that's not what I do. Yes, I do come from Quebec, where we're a pretty liberal-minded people, but I'm still pretty sure there are rules against shipping other people's children to Africa. So again, I just use that. I'm very lucky. I'm a comedian. I get to get it off my chest, complain about Dylan and his little fucking affliction to you guys, and then when I'm back at school, I can be more sympathetic, right? I see Dylan's mom at school, and I'm like, oh, hey, Dylan's mom, how's he doing? Little guy, he's good? He didn't shit his pants today. Well, that's good. And that's when I discovered, like the peanut allergy, Tyler could die. Tyler eat a peanut, he could die. That's when I discovered the gluten allergy is pretty much a bullshit allergy. All it does is make the kid shit his pants more than a regular kid, which is already a lot. I'm like, maybe your kid is not allergic at all. Maybe he just have a loose asshole. Maybe it's time to retake his altar boy service. Again, like I'm the one that's molesting them or something. Oh, Derek. Oh, that's good. No, I do like any of you would do, right? I follow the rule. I say I'm frustrated and I think it's dumb, but whatever. I go to the grocery store. I'm like, qu'est-ce que je vais faire? I'm looking in the baking aisle. I'm like, what the fuck? What could I send? Could I send in just one of those little casseaux of Betty Crocker icing with some plastic spoon? Everybody take a spoon. I see 25 cents. I don't know. What can I send? I see there's gluten in a lot of shit. So now in the corner of my eye, I notice in the Betty Crocker display though, all the cake mix, right? The Betty Crocker cake mix, the box are always red, right, madame? Oh, you look like a scratch cake maker. You don't know anything about the Betty Crocker. But all the Betty Crocker box are red, and then they have a photograph of the kind of cake in the box on the thing. Well, all the boxes were red except one. One of the box was yellow. And I was like, mais qu'est-ce que c'est ça? C'est des nouveaux brownies? Qu'est-ce que c'est ça? And I check. Fucking gluten-free cake mix. I was like, look at you, Betty. How did you know we had one of these freak in our class? This is amazing. I grabbed the box. I'm walking through the grocery like, fucking Dylan is eating cake tonight. So proud of myself. So I get it home, even though I assume it's just a bag of sawdust and it's gonna be a sucky cake. I throw the wood chips in a bowl and I'm fucking excited. And I grab the box to read the direction on how to complete the recipe or whatever. And now Betty and the whole Crocker gang, they only need me to add one thing to the wood chips to make this shitty gluten-free cake. One thing, that's all they were asking of me, is one thing. And that one thing turned out to be the second thing on the fucking list. Was eggs. And I was like, how are you allergic to eggs, Rebecca? Tabarnak, 7 years ago, you were an egg. Do you lick yourself and get a rash?